Stop running away from having hard conversations. Stop running away from having hard conversations. You have hard conversations in relationships, in marriages, in businesses. You also have hard conversations in parenting. Don't run away from having hard conversations. Hard conversations will set the tone, will help you. Hard conversations are emotionally charged discussions about sensitive topics with high stakes, requiring preparation, empathy, and clear communication, to resolve conflict, set boundaries, or give difficult feedbacks, focusing on correction as opposed to confrontation. Stop running away from having hard conversations. If you're a parent, you have children, please don't run away from certain hard conversations. While we were growing up, we were taught that they lived happily ever after. Then you have children. In some cases, they don't live happily ever after. There's chaos. In some cases, there's a topsy-turvy situation. The children are at sixes and sevens, and a hard conversation can help. When you become a parent, you see that, look, this pattern, this trend is not serving my child in the best interest. You're not going to pretend about it. Being a parent is not a call to perfection. It doesn't mean that you're perfect. But the earlier you identify this reality, the better for you. Some of you are going through situations and pretending and hiding. But you see, when your children have gotten to the second life year cycle, the stage of logic and analysis, they know. They are making comparative analysis with their friends they are meeting, with situations from movies. They are seeing things, they are conversating to people. They're texting to people, they are talking, they are growing, they are finding their voice, their places, and they know that there's a mess at home. And they know that this is not the right situation, but you know what? You can fix it with a hard conversation. A hard conversation makes the children embrace reality and make the choices of the kind of reality that they set out to in their lives. I was talking to my children a couple of days back, and I was talking to them about a story of a wealthy man who had everything and gave his children practically everything, but the man and his wife died. And when they died, the man's siblings couldn't give them the same respect, protection, and security that they needed. It's a hard conversation. The fact that it happened to those people doesn't mean it can't happen to the next set of people. Listen to me, it is the reality of life. Certain hard conversations are based on the realities of life, what life has to offer. Your little girl just started her menstruation. She's a girl. Have the hard conversation. You're not wishing it upon her, but she's alert and she's making the right moves and the right choices. She just started her period. A woman grows up and she grapples with a lot of fibrosis. She grapples with ovarian cysts. Some of these things are induced by lifestyle choices. It is time for that little girl to begin to make the right choices when it comes to her life. Some of your children watch toxicity at home. They are growing with childhood trauma. Some of you are traumatized, are products of a traumatic cycle. Your children are seeing it. The pattern is repeating. The cycle is continuing. A hard conversation can set the tone for redemption. You wonder why you meet certain kind of people in your offices, in your relationships. You meet a woman, she's so toxic, she's so vile, she's so bitter. You meet a man, he's a savage, he's unruly, he cannot even as much as respect himself, he's barbaric, you don't know, to say the least. You meet people like this and you're wondering where they got it from. That hard conversation wasn't hard. And so choices didn't follow after the hard conversations. Now let me tell you something. Hard conversations will help you set boundaries. My child, I acknowledge that this is not how it's supposed to be. My child, this is not the perfect example. My child, this is not reality. There are certain realities outside of what you see right here. I apologize to you, but I'm ready to support you, to walk with you, and to point you to the right example. My child, this seems a good example. My child, that seems a good example. My child, that seems a good example. Your father and I may not have modeled it the way it's supposed to be, but I can walk with you through these phases, and I do not want this cycle to repeat. It is not in pretending, it is in accepting and acknowledging. And when you want to have hard conversations, please do well to listen actively. Active listening, that means it's a two-way street. You are not confronting. You're not standing before the child in bitterness for what had happened, what was not supposed to happen. You don't want to confront situations, but you want to correct. You want to correct an anomaly. So you see, you're coming to set the right template. you're having a hard conversation. Of course, some of us think that raising children is just about giving them food to eat, all the beautiful things in life, all the perfect things in life. That's the picture you're painting. But you see, life happens sometimes, and sometimes we are not the perfect example. That is why surround yourselves with good examples, not charlatans as friends. Because as you point your children to the ones that are far away, they are the ones around you. Okay, I think this is reasonable, this is nice, this is a good. Sometimes people will experience life not through their own lens, but through the lenses of others. That hard conversation is what will save the day in so many situations, in a relationship, in parenting. That hard conversation, because sometimes your children ask you certain questions, instead of you to address it by way of a hard conversation, you throw it away, you toss it away, you play it very little, and you shove it aside. If it is not yet the right time to have the conversation, do well to let them know that at the right time you will have that conversation, because it's going to help you as a parent, it's going to help you as a lover, it's going to help you as a friend, and hard conversations also will help you as a person. There are sometimes you have to have these conversations with yourself because you want to scale up, you want to do better. You know what I mean? Do not dodge from having hard conversation, because after hard conversations, oftentimes comes redemption. Salut.